Jillian Michaels, formerly of Biggest Loser, is being torched today. She's being torched. Now, I'm going to play the clip. I have an opinion. I'm going to tell you my opinion. We're going to play the clip. I'm going to tell you my opinion, and then I want to hear from you. The number here is 866-801-8255. Hit it, Steve.
I have to say, I've personally found, and I love celebrities like Lizzo or Ashley Graham who are really preaching self-acceptance.
I love her music.
Yeah,
100%. I don't know anything about her. I'm sure she's a cool, awesome chick.
Yeah, and I love that they're putting images out there that we normally don't get to see, of bodies that we don't get to see being celebrated. And
But why are we celebrating her body? Why does it matter? That's what I'm saying. Like, why aren't we celebrating her music? Because it isn't going to be awesome if she gets diabetes.
Well, I want to ask you...
I'm just being honest. Like, I love her music. Like, my kid loves her music. But there's never a moment where I'm like, and I'm so glad that she's overweight. Like, why do I even care?
Like,
why is it my job to care about her weight?
What y'all think about that? All right. So, Jillian Michaels, who was my favorite judge on Biggest Loser because she was so tough. I kind of have a similar personality, so I could relate to tough love. I interviewed her. There's a whole piece. We did a whole piece. We did a whole thing.
We played it last week.
We just played it. Thank you for the holidays. Also, the whole interview is on YouTube, so you can see that as well. My interview with Jillian Michaels. We talked about the keto diet and other things. People come for her because the way she looks, I think, as well. So there's two things going on. If she were a fat person, which she used to be, by the way, which we talked about, so it's sort of like people who quit smoking become the worst in the world. If you know any people who quit, they're the worst. They're the ones that are going to slap a cigarette out of your mouth and crush your whole box and cuss you out because they know what coming from that is. But this is her business too, right? So there are two things going on. Nobody's body shaming Lizzo. Lizzo is putting her body as part of her brand. And I agree. We shouldn't be talking about her body. Good, accept yourself. But if you have to go to such lengths to show your body, to tell everybody how great your body is, I'm going to think that you really don't think it's that great. Because people who are confident in the things that they are, don't talk about it. Men that are very well endowed, they don't tell you that. They walk with a certain confidence, but they don't have to tell you and show you all of that. People who on the opposite, like a Trump, have to do things to show how big they are. Carry big guns, drive big cars, fast cars. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying this. What's the health standard? What's the health standard? It's Wellness Wednesday. And I could talk about this as somebody that struggled with her weight in her entire life. The standard should not be to be 100 pounds overweight. Why? Because with that fat comes complications. We know for a fact, these are medical statistics. People that carry extra weight have a higher increase in diabetes, high blood pressure, cancer, heart disease, all of that. That's a fact. So should we celebrate that? And here's what I'm going to say. Every person who is overweight that said, I love my body, from Monique to Star Jones, when they lost the weight, they changed their tune. Al Roker, they changed their tune. Because the reality is, I'm talking to somebody that struggles with her weight. Nobody wants to be overweight if they can do it differently. And I'm not decrying or defiling or destroying anybody that carries extra weight. Love yourself, whatever body you're in. That's the message. But don't tell me that that's the standard. And don't tell me that you're celebrating this because this is how much you love yourself. Love it. But don't tell little girls growing up that this right here is the norm or the standard. And I shouldn't use the word norm because what's normal? I'm trying to eliminate that, actually. So let me apologize. Let me roll that back. Normal, there's no such thing as normal. However you came into the world, however you look is perfect. I'm going to say that. But I think what Lizzo's doing is something different. And what's her name? Jillian Michaels is talking about is health. And I think there's a difference between body shaming and touting health. And I think that we are getting that confused. Celebrating Lizzo's body, great. Great. Saying that I don't know if that's the healthiest way that she can be in this world. And again, I'm someone who carries extra weight. But I'm doggedly determined to not be unhealthy. Hopefully the weight will come off. My goal now is to get to 10,000 steps in and do yoga. We'll see. We'll see. I'm not going to not love myself, right? And I'm not going to be shamed and embarrassed because I'm actually working to be as healthy as I can be, because I want to be here 120 years. And I want to be nimble and limber, and I want my cholesterol to stay at 128, and I want my blood pressure to stay perfect. I don't want to have to take any medicine, because I watch people with their I want to be healthy, and I'm going to push that here. And every time I get a praise report from someone who's lost weight and they've gotten their type 2 diabetes reversed, I'm excited, because that means you're going to be here longer to do the work that we need to get done. And that's really can you do the work? And everybody is different. So I just wanted to say that. Again, this is not about bashing or body shaming. This is like and we need to start telling the truth. What's the standard? Because I remember Star Jones. I love my body. Monique, oh, you skinny bitches. Remember, she had a whole routine around skinny bitches. Like, and then now you can't beat Monique. If you watch and follow her, she's working out all the time. Why? Because it's healthier. She's not a size 2 or size 4 or size 8. She's still a healthy woman. But what's the goal? And what are we really teaching our children? Because if I look around, these kids are carrying way too much weight. And I don't know from the joints. I'm just talking again from experience. Your joints will say, I hate you when you turn 40, carrying all that weight those years. I guarantee you.
When you turn 25.
All right, Smiz, there you go. I just think we need to tell the truth. And I think a lot of people are afraid to tell the truth because, you don't want to get trolled. She is getting torched right now on social media. And while maybe she should probably, and it's sad, should she not talk? This is her business, so she shouldn't say anything? No, she should say something. I think she should. You feel differently?
I feel like health is important. I feel like not all bodies should be measured the same. Most of the standards and the parameters that we have for what determines a healthy body are set up with white people as the model, as the norm. So, and that's true with everything. So we can, even the way our cameras take light and how dark-skinned people, it's all set with them at the model.
Can we have an honest conversation, though, Lurie?
Yeah, we need to be healthier.
Right. You're a small person.
Genetically small.
Small, right.
Yeah.
I bet my cholesterol is better than yours.
Probably.
Yeah.
I'm what they call toe-feet. This is going to piss people off. But there's a term my doctor gave me. She's like, you're thin on the outside, but you're kind of fat on the inside. No offense. That's the term the doctor gave me, TOFI. But basically, you can be very skinny and not healthy. You can be very large and healthy. But it really depends on what you're consuming, your diet, your exercise.
But we know that fat, because if you're unhealthy as your diet, you probably have a lot of fat on the inside, literally in your arteries, maybe in other places or around your organs that's not healthy.
Right.
But we know that Lizzo has a lot of weight on her. And the question on the table is that the standard? Not for a beauty or anything like that, but is that the aspiration? And I said, everybody that I know that lost a lot of weight, they were really happy to lose a lot of weight, even if loss of weight, they were saying, I'm big and beautiful and bold, and they came up with all these terms for it. They weren't happy. And then they talked about it later. So my thing is, confidence is everything.
Yes.
Yes. Go boldly into the world.
Yes.
But don't tell these young girls that this should be the way everybody should be. That's you.
But is she saying that? I don't know that Lizzo has ever said that. I feel like most of the people who have conversations about her weight are people who are opining on her weight. I don't know that I've ever heard her say.
She's made that her brand. So to me, while she's not saying it verbally that I want everyone should look like this, it is part of her brand. Everybody, all of her dancers, she's projecting and promote. We know the power of music. We know the power of images, right? And I'm saying, if you're a mother, because you're not a mother, so you don't know. Knock that off,
please.
But is this? If you have the opportunity, for your child,
right,
to have a body role model, would it be Lizzo?
I think a different question that I would ask is, look at all the body role models that we have of hyper thin people who conform to what society has said is appropriate, who engage in a whole host of body destroying behaviors, who are anorexic, dealing with bulimia, eating disorder. So I don't think that she is holding up large women as a standard or as a model. I think she's holding up realistic women's bodies.
Okay.
I think that at the end of the day,
okay. I need to see her numbers. 866-801-8255.
Why though?
I need her to be healthy.
Do we know that she's not?
I don't. I said I need to see her numbers. I'm not saying that she is or is not healthy. I don't know. But if she's not healthy, then there's a problem. I just want everyone to be healthy, wealthy, and wise. And it's not even about whether you carry weight or not, because I carry way too much weight than I would like to. I don't want to be a size 2 or 4. I would be happy at a size 12 or 10. 12, 10. I'd be happy.
Yeah.
Right? That's it.
Now, at the size that you are,
yes.
Do you feel like you're engaging in practices that are healthy?
Yeah, but here's the thing. My joints hurt. So here's what I know. My body's telling me, bitch, there's too much weight.
Is your body really saying
My body
it like that?
cusses at me.
I believe that.
No, my
Diane.
body's cussing at me. It is cussing at me. I know. Thank you. My body. Me and my body right now. We having a situation.
Yeah. So my family is very naturopathically inclined. My mom is one of those people who's like, oh, you got a little XYZ? Take this herb, that herb, blend it up, mash it up with some olive oil, add 2 drops of coconut, whatever. So we're like that type of people, right? And which was helpful because for a period of time we didn't have health insurance. So it's very healthy. And so there are women in my family, there are people in my family who eat very healthily, who work out, who exercise, and they are big people. There are some people in my family who eat very healthy, exercise, and they're small people. So for me, looking at somebody like a Lizzo, particularly as someone who in this society already has a body that conforms to the norm, right? So I'm always hesitant to comment on, you know.
And maybe Jillian should not have. But Jillian formerly weighed 200 pounds.
She's been problematic vis-a-vis fat shaming for a long time.
But she's been fat. So I liken it to a person that quit smoking. When my mom quit smoking, oh my God, my father didn't. It was a Donnybrook. And I was like, didn't you just last week you were smoking? Now it's a problem. I'm like, okay, I get it. No, but I get it.
Yeah.
Because now you're zero tolerant.
Right. Having been there, you have a different ability to speak.
This is crazy. So I understand where she's coming from. Having interviewed her, we've had a conversation. I kind of get, maybe she's not the person to have this conversation. Yeah. Maybe I'm not the person to have this conversation, but I think we should have it.
I think it would be one thing if Lizzo or people in that position were promoting unhealthy eating, lack of exercise, and excess weight as a part. And
have you seen her videos?
But her videos are people who look like her.
No, but I'm saying it's like,
I mean, if she wants to jiggle and I'm not jiggle, if she wants to twerk and it's got like, she has the right to twerk like everybody else.
Absolutely.
If she wants to wear skin tight clothing that is very revealing, everybody else gets to do that. She has the right to do that.
I agree with that.
I don't know that we would say a skinny artist is making that a part of their brand the same way the world kind of seems to lump that on her.
But I also think we're not being honest about the health crisis that particularly Black women are under.
That
I think
may
we're
be
not
true.
talking about the fibroids, and I think we're not talking about the diabetes and the heart disease that impacts us greatly. We're going to talk with a geneticist in a minute. I don't think we talk honestly.
True.
And because we want people to feel good, and I need people to feel good.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
But as we are feeling good, we need to keep the drumbeat going around health.
Yeah. I think it would be more helpful if we were able to have that conversation without holding her up as an example for what we should
I agree.
critique. And because she is living
not
her
fair.
best life. Like she didn't ask to be. She just trying to put out music that is amazing, by the way. I'm a huge fan of her music. My daughter and I, we get in. So I don't know that it's fair to use her as a model. She is very successful. She also happens to be large in body size. And I don't know that if she were going around saying, I am large and I engage in all negative healthy practices and I think you should, that if she would do.
Isn't that assumed?
But why are we assuming that?
See, but I'm asking a question.
Because there are people who struggle to lose weight.
Let me tell you, it is a struggle. And there are people that want to commit suicide because of their size. Yeah. I'm not calling for the shame of anyone. Yeah. I'm calling for people to be healthy. Whatever your body looks like, if you're not happy with it, then let's do some things to get to another place. Yeah. But if you're not happy because of society, that's a whole other question. Yes. Because of the bullying, that's a whole other question. Right. And again, I was this size in the 6th grade. So I come at it from a little different perspective. It was heavier in the 6th grade. So I come at it from a different perspective of somebody that's like, I had to develop a different kind of skin.
Yeah.
So I show up a little differently and I recognize that too, but I know both sides of that. Yeah. Cause I know I love me.
Right.
Absolutely. But at the same time, I want to be a size 10 or 12.
Did Jillian frame it in a way? Because I saw Twitter going ham on the sister. Did she frame it in a way that talked about her own experience?
No.
And that I feel is
Soundbite
problematic.
suck.
What you just did, I was this. This is what I dealt with. I know what it is from this side. I think that is far more helpful than a soundbite that just shows a critique.
I think also, though, when we're asked questions, we assume people know. Because I assume y'all been listening since day one.
Right.
So if I say something on this show, you got 5 years of receipts to be able to know what I'm talking about.
Right.
I make that assumption every day.
Yeah.
And so I'm always shocked. You just started listening last week?
Right.
What?
Where you been for the past 5 years?
Not just that, but why don't you know what I think about this? Or you go on YouTube and you see a clip. This is a 3-minute clip.
Yeah.
You're going to judge the whole entirety of what I think and my ideology based on a 3-minute clip? How daft are you? So I get into these conversations. So I understand how that could happen too.
Yeah. It's not easy. I think we need to, as Black people, have a conversation about health that centers our perspective and our particular set of needs.
Right. And she's not Black, so maybe she should shut up.
Oh, well, there's that.
Maybe she should shut up because she doesn't.
There are some intersections there that she may not be able to cross quite so easily.
Even though she's raising a Black child. It's interesting.
Not at all the same.
Not at all. Not at all the same.